Hello. So today I want to talk to you about the game Vantage from Stonemaier Games. And this is one I was on the fence about. So I have liked the majority of Stonemaier games that I have played. There have been a couple that I bounced off of, but for the most part, I've been a big fan. However, this one, where it was described as being so open and so much exploration, I was worried because sometimes I struggle with that. People are like, you should play D&D. It's great. You can do anything. And I'm like, no, 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 that's what stresses me out. I can do anything. That's too much. I need some guardrails. I need some like direction in my game. And this game does an amazing job of being open, but giving you choices so you feel like you have direction. You can't just do anything under the sun, but everything is so different. And each time you play is different. So let me tell you about this game. So you will be playing with 1 to 6 players, and it plays amazing solo. I am loving it. I am exploring. I'm having a great time. So you're going to get a character, and the character will have an ability, and the abilities are basically all the same. They just relate to a different token. So it's not necessarily, as far as I can tell, that one is going to be more powerful than the other, but you are going to be able to get tokens and boosts and things like that. So boosts are these little cubes that you start the game off with 2. And then there are different ways to collect them and spend them throughout the game to either get money, or in my character's case, I get more movement tokens. I can also spend boosts in order to re-roll dice to try and mitigate things, which is great. So everyone will have a character, and they will be one of the main colors in the game. And then there are these ability tokens, and you're going to start the game with a few, and you will be able to collect more throughout the game, and you can spend them, again, to kind of mitigate some of the dice things that are going to happen or to benefit you in different ways. This is a game that's a little bit hard to talk about in too much detail because so much of it is hidden, and you only discover it throughout the course of the game. So this is a dice-driven and card-driven game. So when I say card-driven, I mean card-driven. So we have these are all of our location cards, and they are all double-sided. So every card in here is a location that you are going to, and you are going to, I'm pulling one out at random. I may or may not have seen it before. You are going to look at this, and you are going to make some decisions based on it and based on where you're at in your journey. And from there, you are going to decide which one of these actions you want to take in this location. So for example, I can trek, I can navigate, I can ask, I can craft, I can gather, or I can cut. So I decide which one I'm going to do. And from there, I then go to the correct corresponding book. These are the books. As you can see, they are color coded. I actually wish that these were spiral bound, like the book of Vantages is that comes with it. I wish they were spiral bound and then there was like colored tabs. So I'm actually thinking about taking them to a local print shop and doing that with them instead. But I would decide as my character, and this will be held up so that nobody else can see it but me, what I'm going to do. So maybe I want to navigate. So I go to my book. This is location 98. I find 98 and I read the first part of it. So to navigate from here, it is a 4 dice move, and I am going to navigate through the cavern. So as you can see, we have this pool of dice, and I have to roll 4 of them. You start out with a certain amount of your statistics and an objective for the game. I'm going to roll my 4 dice. Blanks are great, and setbacks, they just go back in the pool, which it's great to be able to reset the pool. And then I can place one of these on my worker because I have an open slot, and if you have multiple open slots, so I would take a 1 health damage, and then I continue to read in the book. And it tells me then what happens through navigating. It tells me what I find, and then it tells me to the next location to go to. I'm not going to reveal too much, but then I would go to that next location, and my turn would be done. It would pass to the next player. Or if I'm playing solo, then I just continue to go. So like I said, you will have an objective or a mission that you are trying to complete. There are 21 different missions in the game. So this one just says collect flora samples. So that's my mission. I can come across a destiny, so I can try and complete both of those, which is more difficult to do. And you cannot run out of any of your stats. If you run out of any of your stats, that ends the game, and that's all of the exploration you get to do that time. If you complete your mission and or destiny, then that will also end the game, and there may be some more for you to read, potentially from the Book of Secrets, things like that. So each action that you take from that location card is going to cost a number of dice. Again, I have ways to mitigate those with the tokens, with the boosts, with all sorts of things. Sometimes I'm going to gain money. Sometimes I'm going to get a roll of random dice. And then once I have used up all of these dice, I get to reset everything, which is great because any that I have put on my character or other cards that I have as mitigation, I take everything back. And so now those are all fresh places that I can play on again. So like I said, was skeptical of this game. I have been getting so into it. I started out in general just being like, oh, I'm just going to explore. I'm going to talk. I'm going to be nice. And then sometimes I get into a cave and there's like this creepy thing, which the cave is freaking me out. And I kind of try and stay out of them because I'm not a tight space person. But I'm like, I'm going to fight. I'm going to take out this creature. And I do. And it's so fun. And I have a great time with it. I would love to know how long it takes to where you literally have seen everything in this game, because I can't even imagine that being possible. But it's so fun for someone who doesn't play a ton of like role playing or exploration games or super open-ended games. I am absolutely loving Vantage. So thank you to Stonemaier Games for sending me this copy to try. I this year have wanted to kind of branch out and try some games that maybe wouldn't normally be in my wheelhouse, and this was definitely one of them, and I love it. I'm having a great time with it, and I can't wait to keep playing it. So if you've played it, let me know what you think of it. Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.